Picture this. You're cruising down the road enjoying the scenery when suddenly you feel a thump thump thump. Your heart sinks as you realize you have a flat tire. What happens next can either be a minor inconvenience or a major headache, depending on your tire changing skills. Knowing how to change a tire is an essential life skill for every driver. It empowers you to handle unexpected situations on the road independently. You won't have to rely on roadside assistance, saving yourself time, money, and potentially even dangerous situations. Not only does it make you more self-reliant, but it also gives you a sense of accomplishment. Being able to tackle this task head-on boosts your confidence behind the wheel. So whether you're a seasoned driver or just starting out, mastering a tire change is a valuable investment in your safety and peace of mind. Before you even think about grabbing that spare tire, it's crucial to prioritize safety. The side of the road can be a hazardous place, especially if you're dealing with a flat tire in an area with heavy traffic. Ensuring your safety and the safety of others around you should be your top priority. Remember, you're dealing with a potentially dangerous situation on the side of the road. Traffic can be unpredictable, and you need to make sure you're visible to other drivers. This means taking the right steps to alert them to your presence and ensuring you have enough space to work safely. First and foremost, find a safe and stable location to pull over. Look for a spot that is away from the flow of traffic and provides enough room for you to move around your vehicle without being too close to passing cars. This is especially important if you're on a busy road or highway. Look for a level surface away from traffic. A flat, stable area will make it easier and safer to jack up your car and change the tire. Avoid soft ground or uneven surfaces that could cause the jack to become unstable. If you're on a highway, try to get as far off the road as possible. The further you are from moving traffic, the safer you'll be. Use the shoulder or an emergency lane if available, and make sure your car is completely out of the driving lanes. Once you're parked, turn on your hazard lights to alert other drivers. Hazard lights are a universal signal that your vehicle is stopped and that other drivers should proceed with caution. This simple step can significantly reduce the risk of an accident. Engage your parking brake firmly to prevent the car from rolling while you're working. This is a crucial step to ensure your vehicle remains stationary, especially if you're on an incline. A rolling car can be extremely dangerous and can cause serious injury. Now it's time to gather your tools and safety gear. Having everything you need within reach will make the process smoother and quicker. Make sure you have all the necessary equipment before you start working on the tire. You'll need a jack, lug wrench, and your spare tire. These are the basic tools required for a tire change. Ensure that your spare tire is properly inflated and in good condition before you start. It's also a good idea to have work gloves, a flashlight, and a rain poncho handy. Work gloves will protect your hands, a flashlight will help if you're working in low light conditions, and a rain poncho will keep you dry if the weather turns bad. By taking these precautions, you'll create a much safer environment to work in and minimize the risk of accidents. Preparation is key to ensuring that the tire change goes smoothly and safely. Remember, safety always comes first when dealing with a flat tire. Taking the time to set up properly and ensure you're in a safe location can make all the difference. Stay alert, stay safe, and you'll be back on the road in no time. Now that you're parked safely, let's talk about jacks. A jack is the muscle behind a tire change, lifting your car off the ground so you can remove the flat. There are a few different types of jacks out there, each with its pros and cons. The most common type is the scissor jack, which is usually included with your car's toolkit. They're compact and easy to store but can be a bit slow to operate. Another popular option is the floor jack. These are heavier and more expensive but provide more stability and lifting power. When choosing a jack, always make sure it's rated for your vehicle's weight. Using a jack that's not strong enough can be extremely dangerous. Once you have your jack, locate your vehicle's jacking points. These are reinforced areas specifically designed to handle the weight of the car when lifted. You'll find them in your owner's manual if you're unsure. Section 4. Where's your spare? A look at tire storage options. Before you can change that tire, you need to know where your spare is hiding. It's crucial to familiarize yourself with the location and condition of your spare tire before you find yourself in an emergency situation. Knowing where your spare is stored can save you valuable time and stress when you need it most. Most vehicles store their spare tire in one of two places, under the trunk floor or mounted on the rear exterior. Each location has its own set of advantages and considerations. Understanding these can help you be better prepared. If your spare is located under the trunk floor, you'll typically find it secured with a bolt or wing nut. This method keeps the tire out of sight and protected from the elements, but it can be a bit tricky to access if your trunk is full of luggage or other items. Simply loosen this fastener and lift out the spare tire and any accompanying tools. It's a good idea to practice this process in a safe environment so you're not struggling with it for the first time on the side of the road. For vehicles with exterior-mounted spares, the tire is usually held in place by a cable and winch system. This setup makes the spare more accessible, but it also exposes it to weather and potential theft. Lower the spare tire to the ground by turning the winch handle, being careful not to let it drop suddenly. This process can be straightforward, but it's important to handle the winch with care to avoid injury or damage to the tire. Once you have your spare tire accessible, take a moment to inspect it. Regularly checking your spare tire ensures that it will be ready to use when you need it. Look for any signs of wear and tear, such as cracks or bulges in the rubber. Make sure it's properly inflated and free from any visible damage. A tire pressure gauge is a handy tool to keep in your vehicle for this purpose. Proper inflation is crucial for the tire to function correctly and safely. A flat spare tire won't do you much good on the side of the road. Regular maintenance of your spare tire is just as important as maintaining the tires on your vehicle. By keeping your spare in good condition, you can ensure that you're prepared for any unexpected flat tire situations. Section 5. Changing times, your step-by-step guide to tire replacement. With your safety gear on, tools at hand, and spare tire ready, it's time to tackle that flat. Safety is paramount, so make sure you have gloves to protect your hands and glasses to shield your eyes from any debris. Gather all the necessary tools, including a lug wrench, car jack, and of course the spare tire. Having everything within reach will make the process smoother and more efficient. Follow these steps for a smooth and successful tire change. Changing a tire might seem daunting, but with a clear step-by-step approach, it becomes manageable. Whether you're on a busy highway or a quiet street, these instructions will guide you through each phase, ensuring you can get back on the road safely and quickly. Step 1. Loosen the lug nuts. The first step is to loosen the lug nuts on the flat tire. This is crucial because trying to loosen them after the car is jacked up can be dangerous and difficult. Using your lug wrench, turn the lug nuts on the flat tire counterclockwise to loosen them. Apply steady pressure and make sure to keep the wrench straight to avoid stripping the nuts. If they're too tight, you might need to use your foot for extra leverage. Don't remove them completely yet, just break them free while the wheel is still on the ground. This ensures the car remains stable and prevents the wheel from spinning while you work. Step 2. Jack up the car. Next, it's time to lift the car. This step requires precision and care to ensure safety. Position your jack under the designated jacking point nearest to the flat tire. Refer to your vehicle's manual if you're unsure where this is. Placing the jack correctly is vital to avoid damaging the car or causing it to slip off the jack. Slowly and steadily raise the car until the flat tire is about 6 inches off the ground. Take your time with this step, ensuring the car is lifted evenly and remains stable throughout. Step 3. Remove the lug nuts and flat tire. With the car securely lifted, you can now proceed to remove the lug nuts completely. Now you can fully unscrew the lug nuts and carefully remove the flat tire. Place the lug nuts in a safe spot where they won't roll away. Gently pull the flat tire towards you, ensuring you have a firm grip. Set it aside for now. Make sure it's out of your working area to avoid any tripping hazards. Step 4. Mount the spare tire. Now it's time to mount the spare tire. This step requires careful alignment to ensure the tire fits properly. Align the spare tire with the wheel studs and lift it onto the hub. Make sure the holes in the wheel line up with the studs. This might take a bit of adjusting, so be patient. Thread the lug nuts by hand, turning them clockwise until they're snug. This initial hand tightening ensures the tire is held in place and aligned correctly before you use the wrench. Step 5. Lower the car and tighten lug nuts. With the spare tire in place, it's time to lower the car and secure the lug nuts. Using the jack, carefully lower the car until the spare tire touches the ground. This partial lowering ensures the tire is stable, but still allows you to tighten the lug nuts fully. Once the car is stable, fully tighten the lug nuts in a star pattern using the lug wrench. This pattern ensures even pressure on the wheel, preventing any wobbling or misalignment. Tighten each nut gradually, moving across the wheel in a star-shaped sequence. Double check that all lug nuts are securely tightened. This final check is crucial for your safety, ensuring the wheel is firmly attached. Lower the car completely, and give the spare tire a final spin to ensure it's properly seated. This spin helps confirm that the tire is aligned and balanced correctly. Congratulations, you've successfully changed your tire. Take a moment to appreciate your work and the fact that you're now ready to continue your journey. Remember to stow your flat tire, tools, and jack properly. Keeping your tools organized ensures they're ready for future use and prevents any damage to your car's interior. It's also crucial to have your flat tire repaired or replaced by a professional as soon as possible. Driving on a spare tire is only a temporary solution, so make sure to visit a tire shop to get a permanent fix. Safe travels.